Hi guys, welcome back to Swans Cast. So midweek game this week is going to see us play in Brentford, who, with their games in hand, could potentially challenge our second position in the league. So a big game. We're at home. I believe we drew the first game we played with them this season. Correct me if I'm wrong. I want to say 1-1. Yeah.
1-0.
Okay, I'm glad that I'm correct on that one. But yeah, FA Cup weekend, so obviously we come back off a 5-1 win, and it looks like, time of recording, Brentford will be going down to Leicester. After going 1-0 up, they'll lose in 3-1. So what do you reckon then? How are we feeling positive?
Yeah, I think so. I think you've got to fancy it at home. I mean, it's a start of a big week really, because you've got Brentford home and then Rotherham away, isn't it? And then Norwich at home the week after. So it's a massive week having those two teams at the top of the table with us at home. But I think the way that we're playing, I don't see why we can't get a win at home, really.
So,
players coming back, competition for places.
Yeah, exactly. So going into this game, the last 5 games, both teams are on the same form. So that's 4 wins and a draw. Their draw came against Watford. Our draw came against Reading. So it's going to be a hard game. So I think there's no other way about it. I think recent matches against Brentford have all been quite competitive and close. And obviously we look back to the playoffs last year. But I'm pretty sure every Swans fan can agree with the fact that they're really desperate to see us go on over Thomas Frank. So yeah, it looks like they've made quite a few changes for their cup match against Leicester. So bearing that in mind, then what are we going to say in terms of how do you think we will line up going into this game? Lee, what do you reckon your team selection will be then?
I think it's going to be the usual side. I think Woodman and then Bidwell and Roberts on wing backs.
Yeah.
Even though I thought Manning was class and he did put his hand up, there's a bit of competition for him. So for Bidwell, but I think he'll start, and then we'll have Cabango, Guehi, and the greatest defender on it. And then
who's the greatest defender again? Just remind me. Yeah.
And then I think he'll stick with the usual midfield 3. I think he'll go Smith, Fulton, and Grimes, and put Horahan on the bench, I think, coming on. And then Lowe and I up front. I don't think he'll make too many changes from the last league game. It'll just be an added thing with Horahan coming off the bench, I think, and Danda.
Yeah. What do you think, John?
Yeah, I'd sort of echo that. Like I say, from the Forest game, there's 1 or 2 who have sort of put themselves forward, and it's going to make Cooper's job hard to pick a side, I reckon. But that's the sort of dilemmas I suppose he wants. If everyone's performing and he's going to struggle to pick an 11, I mean, I suppose it's a good thing all around. But yeah, I don't think there'll be many changes. I think it'll be a tight game. I mean, with our defence and our clean sheet record at the moment, I'm confident when we play anyone, really. I mean, as long as you shut them out defensively, you've always got a chance of nicking a game 1-0, and as long as we can keep it tight at the back, I think. Yeah. To be honest, I'd probably say, to say I was confident we were going to get 3 points is probably pushing it a bit, but I mean, I'm confident we won't lose. So, but yeah, as in team selection, I don't think there'll be any drastic changes, really. No,
I think you're right. I think the only change I can see happening from the team that we played in the last league match will be Bennett coming in for probably Norton, I would say. Which maybe,
yeah, that makes sense.
Norton didn't play in the cup. Guehi did. But I just think that's what he's going to come in. He's going to have Cabango and Guehi there. Although saying that, Bennett did play 90 minutes, so maybe not. Maybe Norton will stay and Bennett will start on the bench. But then I'm going back on what I've said already. So otherwise, that's the only position I think is up for debate. I think the rest will be the same. For this match, I think Horahan will start on the bench. He could easily come in, but I think he will start on the bench. And it will be Grimes, Fulton and Smith. And then they'll adapt as they need to.
Do we know if Jordan Morris has had his clearance yet? Would he be in the squad, do you think, for Wednesday, or is it too soon?
Was it Friday he was announced? So I'd imagine that's why he didn't play Saturday.
Yeah, I think it was Friday, yeah.
I would say that he's been there for his medical, so his isolation would have been done, and they've announced him. So I would say that he could potentially be on the bench. Yeah.
Oh, there we are. That's another added option. It's another string to the bow. Yeah.
Speaking of new signings as well, I don't know if you've seen Julian Winter's been making some noises in the press the last couple of days.
I've seen the interview. I haven't had a chance. To read it yet. I'll have to get around to reading that. So but yeah, I've seen he put a.
Yeah, he was just speaking about finances, but I'm not going on about that necessarily. But there's another guy from the MLS apparently we're looking at signing, called Paul Arriola.
Oh, Arriola. Yeah, I've seen that. Yeah.
So he's basically come out and said we are interested in signing him. Steve Cooper's also mentioned it in one of his interviews, and he just said there's no bid yet. He is on the radar. It's from DC United, so obviously connections.
Yeah.
I don't know. They've confirmed there's someone that we're looking at. Whether we bring him in or not, not sure. But I don't feel like we necessarily going to need to. I mean, I'm not going to say no to another player, but you would only play 11 players, and we already got 2 new ones to come into an already solid-looking squad, and we don't really play with wingers either, so it's
that dilemma as well. Yeah. Do you shake the team up too much with 5 or 6 additions and sort of disturb the ethos or disturb the sort of the team when we're performing so well? But yeah, no, I'm never going to sort of say no to new additions. Obviously, Cooper knows what he's looking for. He knows the quality he's looking for. So yeah,
just find the more the merrier in a way. Keep going after wingers when we're not even using them at the moment. But apparently we're just going to turn every winger into a striker these days, or winger. But yeah, okay. What about score prediction then? What are we going for? Lee, start with you.
To be honest, I'll be disappointed if we don't win the game, but at home with the way that we've been playing. But I think with the added spice of the playoffs last year and everything, then I'll go 1-1 draw, I think.
Yeah. John?
Yeah.
I would be gutted if it is 1-1, but I think we'll go with that.
To be honest, I can't really argue with that. I was gonna sort of plumb for a draw as well. It's gonna be a tight affair. Obviously, there's a little bit of previous considering what happened in the playoffs and all of that nonsense. But I'm gonna go 2-1 Swans. But I'm confident we won't lose. Whether we can nick the 3 points, I'm not sure. It's gonna be a tight game. But yeah, I'll go 2-1 Swans the way we're playing at the moment.
All right, for a bonus point, Lee, then who's your Swansea goal scorer?
Ben.
See that one coming.
Header from halfway.
Yeah.
I'll go with let's go with Cabango again. Horahan coming off the bench, corner, and Cabango header.
Okay, John, you've said 2-1, yeah. So you got 2 goals.
Yeah. Are you and low winner? You can't really look much further than them. I mean, it depends on the team selection, I guess. But yeah, are you low?
Guaranteed to start, aren't they? So
yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, and if I was gonna pick a goal scorer or 2 goal scorers out of our current starting 11, you can't look much further than low. And are you? So yeah, I'd say they'll bag one each, and we'll win 2-1.
I'm gonna go with 2-0 Swansea. Gonna go for it. And I'm gonna say Connor Roberts. And we're going to say Ayew. Roberts and Ayew, and I think Roberts is going to go and celebrate in front of Thomas Frank.
That I would love to see.
Didn't they had something happened before, didn't it, between them?
They did, yeah, there was a little... So yeah, there was a little bit of handbag.
He's going to score directly from his throw-in. Chip the keeper. That would be interesting. But yeah, so look forward to seeing that game. Hopefully next time we're doing one of these videos, we'll be celebrating in a nice little review of a victory over Brentford, securing our 2nd place in the league. But until then, don't forget to follow us, subscribe to the channel to keep up to date with all these discussions that we're having, and leave a like if you did enjoy the content. It massively helps us, and we shall see you next time. So see you later, guys.
Cheers, lads.
Sure.